I am your host, Florence Mafomemeh, and this is Talking Point, where I give my take on the burning issues and news-making stories that impact us. You get views from the street and interviews with difference makers who inspire us. And I will also be talking domestic violence. So subscribe to keep up with serious talk on these issues every week. You would definitely walk away with something that will change your life. Welcome to Talking Point. I am your host, Florence Mafomemeh. Today we will be talking healthcare, because everybody needs healthcare, right? No matter who you are, whether you are in an existing or pre-existing condition, you need healthcare. So Republicans in the House have passed the bill to repeal and replace ObamaCare. At the moment, 20 million people are covered by ObamaCare, and if it's repealed and replaced, it will be catastrophic for so many people.
Well, I personally don't have Medicaid, so it doesn't affect me, but for the other people who do have, it's horrible. Because if they take it away, then what's going to happen to people? You can't send everybody to the emergency room, like one of the senators said. Send everybody to the emergency room. That makes no sense. You can't get cancer care at the emergency room.
Me personally, I'm not affected, but I know people, I have friends all around the country who will be personally affected and devastated by what's going on. My mother's elderly. I'm afraid how Medicare will be affected if they were to pass this bill. It doesn't benefit anyone. It's a smokescreen, and basically it's just enrich themselves.
I don't have Obamacare, but I know that the people that do has it is going to affect it, because I know recently on the news there was a guy that he was like, if it wasn't for Obamacare, he would have been dead because he needed money for surgery, but the Obamacare was able to cover his surgery. So I feel like that would affect millions of people, because a lot of people are middle class, and not a lot of people work for a lot of money. So if they're sick and they don't have Obamacare, then they're on their own. So yeah,
it affects not only me, but it affects everybody. Do you know how long it took the Democrat to come up with an affordable health plan for everyone that can be able to get health care? And now the Republicans want to do something overnight. They want to destroy a legacy, because if you look at the Trump administration, everybody on his administrations are billionaires. None of them went through the grind. None of them had to struggle with level school. None of them had to worry about health care. They was born into money. They don't know how to run a country. They might know how to run a business, but the country is have to deal with democracy. Democracy is the people. You got to hear the people out, what the people need. Now you talking about you want to transport people back. You know how much money it's going to cost to transport people back to ill-gotten cities and countries that doesn't have anything?
It don't only affect me, it affect our people. We need that. You see what I'm saying? Some poor people can't even get certain things. A lot of people in shelters, they can't even get certain things. People working, they can't get certain things. It affects us all, not just me. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we need that. People need that. It's just like nothing we can do about it. It's like, but you know, Trump, he'll make a mistake.
It affects me because I'm on it. First off, I'm only 25. I don't have a good job right now that can help me pay for my insurance on my own. So it really does help me with the Obamacare, trying to maintain, go to school, pay bills, do this and the sort, and then to still pay insurance. No, Obamacare is, pay for insurance. This helps. This helps us people that's, single, on your own, nobody really helping you. This kind of helps you until you get back on your feet. Like, isn't that what it's supposed to be?
Okay, well, what I think is Trump is actually crazy, because Obamacare is working. You have so many Americans that's with health care, that's low poverty and have health care. So why would he disturb that? I have no idea. Now, his new thing that he's gonna come up with, I don't respect, because I don't respect him as a president, because he's on Twitter, he's doing this, he's doing that, he make accusations and it's not founded. So Same thing with this. It's not founded that this is not working. It's been working. You have a lot of Americans, low class income, making health care, taking care of their body, taking care of their families. They should keep it.
You remember the time the Republicans were trying to get the bill to the floor for a vote? Hear what the people on the street had to say about it.
Leave it alone. Just fix it. Just fix it for the premiums not to be up so high. But that is, again, is on the insurance companies. It has nothing to do with the program. It's the insurance companies. They need to get rid of them insurance or fix them or do something, charge them some kind of way, something. They care about themselves and making themselves richer because that's what it's going to do. Put more money in their pocket. That's all it's about, money.
I think they should leave Obamacare alone, leave it the way it is because it's actually working and it is effective. And maybe they should make some adjustment to theirs so that they can better off the people. So
The health care plan should be left alone at least for 3 or 4 years until it can be affordable for every individual, every nationality.
Leave good enough alone. Leave good enough alone. Please leave good enough alone.
We got to fight. We got to fight for what's right. If we don't fight, nothing will get done.
I think he should leave it the way it is. If he's not going to fix it to make it more affordable the way it is, then leave it. Don't put nothing in place, because what can you put more in place but this, really?
They need to stick out to their constituents and find out what the people want. The people are loving Obamacare. Now, if you're going to tweak it, let's just say, if you tweak it and make it better, I'm for it. But right now, I don't see it being any better than what it is now, because I'm low income, I'm in the hood, I'm in East New York. Make it nice so that everybody can prosper over having health care.
They need to stop focusing on the name of the bill and focus on the job that they were elected to do, which is take care of the people. I don't care whose name is on the bill. They can put Trump's name on the bill. They can put my cat's name on the bill. I don't care, as long as the bill does what it's supposed to do and benefit the people who need it the most. Right now, it's all about being right, and it's not about helping the people who need it. And they need to get their egos in check and do the job. I don't care who does the job, as long as they do the job. And right now, no one is working. All they're doing is arguing because everybody wants to be right.
That bill did not reach the floor because apparently conservative Republicans who call themselves the Freedom Caucus thought the bill was too moderate. This is the reaction from the street on that bill failing to reach the floor.
It failed because it had to fail, because it wasn't a good bill. Number one, they would knock out at least 3 million people and their health problems, you know? And I'm one of them. You know what I mean? Because I have Medicaid, and by him doing that there, he would knock the Medicaid. He would eventually knock the Medicare out of proportion too, and try to privatize the Medicare. And I don't think that's right. And as far as the health program, that was a total disaster, in my opinion. From what I know, you know. That is a tremendous disaster, and it's Trump for the people who really need it the most. They should carry on with Obamacare, you know. Of course, the Obamacare has a little it got to be taken care of too, to straighten that out too. But right now, it's 10 times better than what he was trying to do. And whatever he's trying to do now, he can forget that too, because that's not going to work either.
As long as there's some type of health care that helps us, that's all that really matters. Anything that Trump does is not good. No bills, no nothing. So we just have to get on board with what's right for us.
In order to take away the health care bill that's already in place, you would have to present something better. Obviously, they felt that it was an unnecessary, how would you say, an unnecessary move for Trump to try to repeal and replace. I would hope that we're moving in the direction of universal health care, just as Europe does.
I just totally feel that Donald just needs to chill and realize that there are thousands, millions of Americans that are without health care. And, you know, with this, there are more children being born every day. What is going to happen to this next generation that is supposed to be our future if there is no health care for them? How are they going to eat? How are they going to grow? You know, what's going to happen to the United States?
I really don't think they really knew what they wanted to replace it with, except they just wanted to replace it with something that was not Obamacare. The same way they're undoing everything that President Obama put in place. So they just wanted to undo Obamacare only because of that. It's interesting because many people who are against Obamacare, when they talk to them about Affordable Care Act, they're for that. But they're against Obamacare, which goes to show that, there's really no rhyme or reason to this entire thing. It's just like meanness, that's all it is, as with everything else that they're doing. They should, the Obamacare does have some issues, there's no doubt about that. The fact that it's very expensive for some people, and some folks just plain cannot afford it. Now, I believe President Obama was one of the first people to admit that. And he tried, and some Democratic members of Congress wanted to fix it. It needs to be fixed. So instead of the Republicans trying to fix it, they just want to kill it. So obviously, it's not a perfect thing. Of course, the plan which we should have is a single-payer health care, as every other industrialized country has. But before we get to that, eventually, let's fix the issues with the Affordable Care Act.
So after the bill failed, they scrambled all over the place and finally won over 2 confused Republicans and got the bill passed with a vote of 217 to 213. Now the bill heads to the Senate, where reports say there is going to be another contentious fight. If the bill passes the Senate floor, then Obamacare will be dead. So what happens to the millions of people who are covered by Obamacare? Here are some statistics from a study by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and the Urban Institute. It states that if Obamacare is repealed, there could end up being more people without insurance than before the healthcare law. That is Obamacare. 24 million people would lose health coverage by 2021, plus the 29.6 million who would still be uninsured. That brings it to a total of 53.5 million uninsured people in the United States. And still, according to the study, as a result of the repeal of the Affordable Care Act, the uninsured rate would nearly double to 19.4% of the US population by 2021. So, as we can see from all these statistics, Trump care would be a nightmare for many people, especially those with pre-existing condition. You voters know what you can do. If you are impacted, you know what you can do. You can stop Trump care.
And like Obama said, people have to have hope. With him in office, there's no hope. We done lost a sense of hope, a hope of doing better.
I will keep you updated on the outcome of the vote in the Senate. That is what I had for you on the show today. I will be here same day next week, so check me out.